Let's see how to create this loading animation in Figma. Okay, first step, open Figma. Take a frame. We'll need a background frame, or you can say a preview frame. Let me change the name as preview. Change the color of it. For now, I am keeping it orange. Now, let's take a circle. I'm taking one circle. I'm changing it into angular. Now I'm changing the color of the angular. As I want the animation of orange, I'm using the orange color from background itself. After that, I'm gonna take one rectangle and I'm going to create a button out of it. I think this is fine, just fine. Make sure it's not going outside of the rectangle, and then just make it round. Perfect. So let's color it entirely black, and after coloring it to entirely black, we'll name this, change the rectangle name to, let's say, we'll call this as background. So we can keep an eye on it. This is fine. You can change the name it as a circle if you want to. Now I'll take it to background. I can do this, or I can just select here and just say send it to back. After that, select both of this thing and just add mask. After adding mask, you can see a button over here. It's not exactly a button, but yeah, something is created, correct? Now, coming to this layer, this is where we are going to do some changes. Now we need to have a stroke. So we're adding a stroke. We are keeping it 16 as of now, and then we are dragging and dropping it over here. Now as you can see, the stroke is literally bypassing it. I am just trying to decrease the size of it. Just going to make sure everything aligns perfectly. And it's perfectly in the center. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to copy paste this thing because this is why we will be using it. Now, we don't need this anymore. I'll just simply change the color of this, and I'm going to add this. Now you'll understand why we have created all of this thing. So the rectangle with the strokes, let's name it stroke, and the rectangle which is filled, let's name it filled, because this is where we'll be adding our text as well. We need one more rectangle where we'll be adding text. So let's say we added text. Let's call it loading. Let me give it some field. After that, let's change the loading size. I think this is looking pretty good. Yeah, this is looking pretty neat. I'm just adjusting something manually. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. Now, all you have to do is select all of these things and name it or call it as a component. So, create component. Let's call the component as button. Once we have added component, we need to add variants. So we are adding variants. So I created 4 different variants for it. Okay, once we have created components, now it's time for prototyping it. Now, first we will go to prototype, click one button, drag it to below, call it after delay. We'll keep it delay to 0 and linear to 300. Make sure the curves are to linear and duration should be 300. We'll repeat the process for each and every step. Linear 0 300. Again for downward, after delay 0 and curves linear, duration 300, and same thing for here. But the last one will be going to the top one. You'll understand why I'm doing all of this thing. 0 and 300. Now we need to animate this thing. Now it's time to animate the buttons. So all I need to do is select circle and animate it. So let's say I selected the second one. As you can see, it's called as a variant 2. I'm selecting the circle. I'm animating it. Over here, I'm doing the same thing. I'm repeating the process for the third one as well. So variant 3, I'm selecting the circle. I'm rotating it. You see how I'm rotating it exactly. As you can see how I've done it. Each and every variance is different. And now that the prototyping is also completed, this is where we will just, let's say, add one more frame. This is where we will say, let's say, test it. Let's test it. I go to asset. In the asset, I will select liquid animation. Sorry, this is what I name my file. That's why it's showing liquid animation. You can name whatever you want according to your wish. Now I'm going to just change the color a little bit. I'm going to tap it a bit different, so this thing will highlight. Yep, this is completely good. Now it's time to test the prototype. Now I will select this test frame which I have created, and then I will just select on preview. You can also select on present, but yeah, look how it's working. And that's how you do loading animation, my friends. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down if you have any doubts or query.